Hi everyone, it's Neil from Big Science with another experiment for you all to try at home. This is our hot and cold water experiment. So all we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun using hot and cold water. Now for this experiment you'll need a big glass or bottle of room temperature water, some food colouring. Today I've got red and blue, but any two colours are fine, but you do need two colours. Put some water in there. Then you need some hot water and some ice. So the first thing we need to set up is our cold water. So all we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of ice cubes and carefully put them in with one of your food colouring. So this one is the blue one. So what's going to happen here is over the next few minutes, the ice is going to really bring the temperature down of the water inside here. So this will have really nice cold water. So now our blue water is getting nice and cold, we're going to turn our attention over to our red water. So the red water in this cup at the minute is room temperature. Now we want this to be hot. So here I've got some water out of the kettle. Now if you're going to use a kettle, please ask a grown-up first to get them to help. You don't have to use a kettle, it just works a little bit better because the water's hotter. You can just use water from a hot tap. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to top up some of my room temperature water. So I've now got some hot red water and freezing cold blue water. It's now ready to start pouring them into our room temperature water just to see what happens. Now when we do this experiment, it is important to remember that you need to use the cold water first. And also make sure your glass isn't filled too much to the top, because as you pour more water in, the volume's going to increase and it might overflow. Now also, when you pour your water in, try to pour it down one of the sides. So first I'm going to take the cold water, I'm going to carefully pour it in down the side, like that. So you can see the cold water should have all sunk to the bottom. Now this time I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use my warm red water. Pour carefully in like that. And you can see the water hasn't really mixed together and the red hasn't sunk. The red is now floating on top of the blue water. And the reason that's happened is because the blue water is colder, so it is more dense. So dense things sink because they are heavier than the room temperature water. And then the red water is less dense, so it floats on top. So that's a great little experiment to show density. So when things are more dense, they are heavier and they sink. So cold water is more dense than hot water. So the cold water sinks and the hot water floats. So this is a great little experiment to do at home. Remember, if you do give it a go at home, please send any photos or videos in to us here at Big Science. We always love to see them. And if you do like this experiment, there's loads more on our YouTube channel, which is Big Science UK. So thank you very much for joining us again, and goodbye.